Hello YouTubers, Legend of Jack here. I'm bringing you some FFA on the map Summit. Back to the Call of Duty Black Ops for the time being, but I should have some more Modern Warfare 2 footage up, and I'll probably just be going back and forth between the two until I get Modern Warfare 3. Then I imagine I'll be putting up Modern Warfare 3 and any other new games I get pretty regularly, so I hope you guys enjoy. I wanted to talk to you guys about a few different things, as per usual. First and foremost, man, oh man, did I sleep like a baby last night. No, really, like a baby. The other white meat. Baby, it's what's for dinner. No, really, I mean, I got a new bed recently with my fiance, and she's at work right now, right? So she does, like I told you guys in my last video, like 2 weeks sometimes, 3 weeks other times. So right now I'm sleeping in this gigantic bed by myself, and wow, I just sprawled out, you know, I opened my legs, I opened my arms up, and fuck, the next thing I knew, it was 10:30 this morning, and I felt fully relaxed and just phenomenal in every way. Beautiful, beautiful morning. But anyways, moving on, I want to talk to you guys about a couple different things. I've been seeing a lot of a change in the news recently, and I guess in the scientific community, I always tell you guys I like to stay up to date on the latest scientific breakthroughs. I guess some of the more religious current paradigms that are going on, and I guess the shift, I think, in consciousness towards religion. And I think myself that it's interesting that these two seemingly different things are reaching this sort of peak, maybe not a peak, but a shift in the fact that what I imagine they'll be different than how we look at them now. They're going to be fundamentally different, and they're going to act with our lives in a different way than we're already using them. And we already see, I mean, technologies making their way into our lives in almost every facet. We all almost have, you know, laptops or PCs in some regards, tablets and smartphones with access to the internet and location and you know, communication with your friends and family. These things are things that we haven't had in recorded human history, and it's what's interesting to me about the technology and where it's going, and the law of accelerating returns, or Moore's law, or whatever you want to call it. I've even heard it called the jumping Jesus effect. Yeah, no, really. But anyways, whatever you want to call this this law of accelerating returns, where it just keeps getting better and better, and double its speed at the same rate, until it just hits this point where we're like, technology can do this? You know? But what I think about that is, I guess the reason I'm bringing it to you guys is not only because of the gaming. I mean, you guys, I'm sure, are familiar with your first console. Think about your second console, your third console, so on and so forth. In just the gaming technology, the law of accelerating returns has been so obvious that soon enough we're going to be doing some kind of full immersion, I imagine. I'm not entirely sure what it will entail, and I'm not entirely sure what the repercussions of that type of technology will be in our everyday lives. But, you know, I imagine we're going to find out. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about is, on the same subject matter, there are a growing number of people who believe that maybe humans couldn't have done this all by themselves. Now, not that we're not amazingly clever and amazingly ingenuitive. We definitely are that. I would like to quote David Icke real quick once, though. He said something that really kind of stuck with me about humans. He said it's not very clever, or it's very, very clever to build a nuclear bomb, but it's not very wise to do so. So what I find with our current culture often is that we're very, very clever, but we're not often very wise. We don't do things based off of wisdom. We do things based off of power, unfortunately, a lot of the time. We want to maintain the power structure that we have achieved. And we don't want it to diminish, so we kind of have a fear in that regards of losing the things that we have accomplished. But the people that I'm talking about, the growing number of people, I keep needing to say that because with this type of information at our fingertips, there's a lot of different people coming to different conclusions, and I'm nobody to say that they're right, I'm nobody to say that they're wrong. I'm just going to throw out some facts to you guys that I do know and let you guys come to whatever conclusion that you want to come to. But there's a growing number of people who believe that we couldn't have done this by ourselves. They basically state, you know, the first airplane was built it wasn't even built 200 years ago. We were flying in the early 1900s, and now it's just over 2000s, and we're going to Mars, and we're sending deep space probes out into reaches that we've never been to, and we're using HARP technology and telescope technology that we've never even heard of, and we're finding more and more out about not only space and the nature of reality around us, but we're also finding out more about ourselves, what we're capable of, doing, and what kind of responses I guess how we react to certain things that come into our life, some of the unknown events that come into our life, how humans would react to them. So the people that believe that we couldn't have had any help with these things are often called ancient astronaut theorists, but it gets finer and finer once you get in that group. I mean, there's variations here and there's variations there, but there's a lot of great work right now to look into, and a lot of great minds really trying to fill in the gaps on some of that subject matter. So yeah, basically I just want to throw out those ideas to you guys. I really want to hear what you have to say about any of this. If you could just leave some comments, that would be great. As always, comment, rate, and subscribe. I am Legend of Jack, and for now I am out of here. Peace!